In this question, we're being asked which of these tables could represent a quadratic function. All right, so the first thing that we want to do here is let's look at the change in the x values and make sure that those are constant. So on A here, this goes +1, +1, +1. That's good. On this one, it's +1, +1, and +1. So again, I'm just making sure that the change in the x values is constant. Otherwise, we'd have to treat this a little bit differently. And so in C goes from -1 to 0. That's +1, +1. And it doesn't have to be +1. They just have to be constant. Okay. This one, -3 to 2 to -2. That's +1. That's +1, +1. All right. So now we're going to focus on the y values or the f of x values. Same thing as the y. All right. And so on this one, on A, let's look at A first. It goes up by 6, then it goes up by 18, then it goes up by 64, no, 54. All right. So it's not going up by, it's not being added by a constant amount, but it is being multiplied times 3. So if you notice that, that's times 3. All right. That is not indicative of a quadratic function. That's indicative of an exponential function. Okay. So this one, A, is actually an exponential function. So let's look at B. So I always check addition first. So if I look at the difference between these, that would be -2, -2. Okay, so this one is going down by 2 each time. So that's constant. Now, what that means, that's also not quadratic. That's actually linear. Okay, so that's a linear function. And then let's go to C. So C goes down 1, so -1. Then it goes up 1. Then it goes up 3, +3. Okay, we're going to come back to that one, okay? Now, the last one, D, this has no change. It's constant. It's +0 on each of these. That, again, is a linear function. Okay, so if you have a constant rate of change like B and D, those are linear functions. So let's go back to C. All right, now let me point something out to you. This, what we just did here, this is called the first difference. I'm just going to write first diff. That's a terrible F, sorry. All right. Now, when we have a first difference that's not the same like this, then what we want to do is we want to look at the second difference. Now, how do we do that? Okay, well, now we just look at these. So we look at this change here from -1 to +1. That's a change of +2. And then from 1 to 3, that's a change of +2. So we've got something constant there, +2 here and +2 there. And this is called the second difference. Let's see if I can make a better F. That's a little better. I'm not an English teacher, sorry. So this, when we have a second difference that's constant, that is a quadratic function. So C is our quadratic function. So again, you check the first difference, then you check the second difference. And if the second difference is constant, then there you go. There's your quadratic. So I hope that helped. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. You will master the math.